Hello, everybody. Welcome to DeRazzled, the podcast where we take award-winning worst films and try to fix them. My name is Joe Nealis. I am your host, and without me tonight is also host Jack Culbertson, which means, yes, you're in for yet another deleted scenes episode. We are officially in our Season 2 break before we officially start up on Season 3. We're super excited for everything that's in store for that one. You may have heard us tease that Episode 1 is going to feature my mother as a guest. Yep, we're doing that. As a quick update, we didn't really have a chance to talk more about the writer's strike, or as we should say, the writers and actors strike, now that SAG is officially a few weeks into their strike. The writers strike just hit 90 days. SAG is about 3 weeks in at this point, and it seems like the AMPTP is starting to want to come back around to negotiating with the actors at the very least, so we'll see what happens there. There's been a lot of absolutely asinine, despicable shit happening on the studio's end of things, ranging from studio insiders claiming to reporters that they want to starve out the writers and have them lose their homes before they come crawling back to the negotiating table, to breaking LA tree law by trimming a bunch of trees that were providing shade along a picket route. They have since put tents out where the tree shade used to be, and the city of LA has, if I'm not mistaken, come back and charged a fine of about $250. So really, it's nothing for the studios in the long run. But hopefully, we start seeing more consequences for strike breaking and inhuman practices as these things continue. If you want to support these strikes in any way, I'll include a link in the description of the episode. As we've stated throughout the season, and in the finale for the season, submissions are now officially open for the unofficial Willem Dafoe Bad Art Short Film Festival that we're going to be holding next year. Submissions are open until June 18th, 2024, so you got a little bit of time to submit your bad short film. Take a swing, do something fun and creative and weird, and send it our way. We'd be happy to have you for this. As we've said, we don't have any prize money for it, but there's also no submission fee, so just come have fun with us. We're going to make one. We hope a bunch of other people make one. We look forward to it. You can find more information on our website at DeRazzled.com/festival, or you can email us at DeRazzledPodcast@gmail.com to get any information you need, or to submit just by putting Willem Dafoe in the subject line of your email and attaching whatever files you want to send our way. So the deleted scenes you're about to hear are ranging from episodes 14 through 25 of season 2. Jesus, this was a busy season. So that's ranging from all the way back to the first part of our Starship Troopers episodes, all the way up through the coverage of this year's Razzie Awards. So buckle in, check out what hit the cutting room floor for those episodes. If you want to check us out on social media, please follow us on, I refuse to call it X, on Twitter at DeRazzledPod, on Instagram or TikTok at DeRazzled_podcast, on Facebook at DeRazzledPodcast. And please rate and review the show anywhere you listen to podcasts, because it's going to help a lot of people find us, and we want people to be listening and excited for season 3 when it finally drops, which we'll have more information about that in the coming weeks. All right, we hope that you enjoyed these deleted little tidbits here, and be sure to check us out next time, where as always we'll be sure to razzle dazzle you.
I can kind of control my glasses with my eyebrows. DeRazzled. We're basically. Hey now.
Excuse me. Jesus Christ. Oh, that sucked.
Made me drop my Allen wrench.
Is that what you're fidgeting with now? Okay. Oh, God. I'm going to blow my nose real quick. Oh, fuck.
I'm going to grab you some paper towels. I don't think there's any toilet paper up here. All right, hey. While Joe's away, let me talk to you about my porno. We see... Okay, I was like, I know I fucked up somewhere. Every time I went to put Hyde, I put Jekyll.
Oh, okay.
Hyde's the brute, right?
Hides the brute.
Okay, yeah.
It hides the brute.
I just jumped up like 6 pages.
Yep.
No, we've already talked about how Ryan Gosling's gorgeous.
God, he is, though.
Cut out this dead air.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Joe, from the future. Yeah, cut out this dead air.
Yeah, I'm not fucking new, I know.
I forgot how to read words. So I didn't remember any of this, so I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I'd like to see that. Well done, Jack, from like a week and a half ago. Which Peter accepts, plunging the knife into his chest. And while...
Sorry, Peter?
So I changed his name in the script, but then I changed it back because...
Oh, okay.
So I don't like the name Nick. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
As far as a writer goes.
All right.
Not enough syllables. Anyway. The other day at work, this one, like, nobody listens to me at work, so I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Jack, how you doing? I'm like, should have been a lawyer. I'm like, cool, yeah, you too.
I also apologize for my crap audio last time. I appreciate everyone powering through. I had a blast last time.
You just had to get one more bug cloaca in there.
My intention was to have wall-to-wall cloaca.
Cloaca.
Fuck. You know that little bit of a serotonin boost I got from imagining Knife Pricker and the Importance of Being Earnest? Well, I lost it because I was like, you know what? I wonder if they decided to make action figures out of this satirical R-rated film with the shower scene.
Oh, no.
That's Carmen Ibanez.
That is Carmen Ibanez.
She comes with a
Holy
battle
shit.
image thing.
Some like gunfire, some simulated like red plastic explosions that you can stick out of her big old rifle.
If they have a Neil Patrick Harris SS uniform, I'm buying it.
Oh, my God.
I mean...
What was the character's name that Jake Busey played? Was it Ace?
He was
Ace Levy, yeah. Is there a Jake Busey? Oh, my God, look at them teeth.
They really nailed the teeth. Unfortunately, there's no Neil Patrick Harris, but if I wanted a Jake Busey action figure, my dream.
On the one hand, that's a shame. On the other hand, no, that makes sense.
Ooh, I want it.
What is it? Is that the brain bug?
That's a brain bug. That is a model brain bug, and it is correct name.
Extended proboscis.
It looks like it is coated in lube.
It looks like several testicle scrotum just laying on top of each other with a proboscis.
Yeah, that sounds apt.
There's so many little details that we could talk about. Like this could easily be like a 4-part series that I do not want.
No, I don't want that to be. As much as I'm enjoying Verhoeven month, I don't want it to be Verhoeven month and a half.
No, nor do I. Although I am. It was really interesting to do the same director back to back.
Yeah.
So that I could kind of like, okay, well, this is where, compare their works, their styles, their satire, sometimes satire trying to be satire.
It's a key phrase there. That trying to be.
But I was rewatching it while I was cleaning around the house today. And got like halfway through, and then I'm like, I need a palate cleanser. So I was like, I've been wanting to watch this filmmaker called Kenneth Anger.
Kenneth Anger.
Yeah, super avant-garde underground filmmaker.
I feel like I've heard that name before. Like, what is he known for?
He is known for the Magic Lamp Cycle. It's a series of short films. Yeah, he's known for. He's also known for bringing homosexual storytelling to his films when it would have been, dangerous to do so.
Okay. Good on you, Kenneth.
Yeah, and I was trying to remember his name, and I was like, And I kept coming up with like Felix Unger, which
No, that's a different thing.
like Belinda's like, what are you doing over there? And I'm like, Felix Unger. And she's like, what? I'm like, Odd Couple. And she's like, doesn't. I'm like, well, you need to be 20 years older. Sorry.
That, or have grown up watching a lot of Nick at Night.
Right.
Which I very much did.
But it's Kenneth Anger. He's still alive. He's 95 years old.
95. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn. Okay.
Used to hang out with Anton LaVey. Like, interesting dude. I'm just starting to learn about him.
Okay, so we're just waiting for this guy to pop up in Last Podcast on the Left, basically.
I think so. Yeah. He's not looking great, but he's 95. And he used to hang out with Anton LaVey.
Good Lord.
You know.
He's got a solid 11 years on Verhoeven then.
Yeah. But I was like, okay, I want to watch something that I've never watched any of this stuff. I knew it was avant-garde and gonna be not Showgirls.
Sure.
So I turned it on. I think it was Lucifer Rising was the short film.
Okay.
And it starts with this woman in like Egyptian pharaoh type garb,
doing her best Cleopatra,
doing a naked dance. And what I realized is that normally on any normal day I would be really kind of turned on by this like artsy fartsy film with like a naked lady doing a funny dance. But I just spent like an hour watching Showgirls, and I don't care. I don't care. I'm like, oh, you're naked. Yeah, that's
good for you, I guess.
Yeah. Just like Paul Verhoeven kind of ruined the boobie for me.
Yeah. I have watched one of my coworkers start and restart Dario Argento's Dracula 3 times.
Why?
I keep joking about him doing it again.
Don't.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just because it's there, because he can, because there aren't any filters up on the work computers.
Fair. There are other Argento films that are much, much better.
I'm sure, but he was in a Dracula movie.
Okay.
He also bounces around between episodes of Ultraman sometimes.
Did you say Ultraman?
I said Ultraman.
Like the Japanese
cartoon Ultraman, yes. It's a fascinating thing watching my coworker's computer.
Does he want to guest on the show? I'm sure he has.
No, we cannot do that. We cannot do that.
Oh my god.
I ended up renting this on Redbox for $3.99 because I refused to watch this with ads.
Ultraman? Oh, no, Showgirls. I appreciate a good ad break. Sometimes you need to sit with some material.
I hate advertising so much to ignore that, potential advertisers. I
love it. You can give me all the ads.
I've gotten so used to watching things without ads. It's just like, no, I will suffer the $3.99. It'll be fine.
I do wish that it wasn't the same ad over and over and over again.
That's what kills me. Sometimes it's like the same one twice in a row.
I have to look that one up.
Give me one moment. Sure. Yeah, I'm going to look him up.
They both lost.
Get rid of these house. Let me get rid of these horse noises.
They both lost to Dennis Hopper in Waterworld, which...
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that character's fun. I
hate it so much.
Why did that happen? I closed out of that.
Horses would like Dennis Hopper.
I'm so confused. I actually closed that tab, and
they will not be silenced.
That's gonna be really fun. That's gonna be really fun deleted scenes footage. You
should watch 4 Rooms. It's fun.
All right, I'll watch 4 Rooms.
It's an anthology film, kind of. But like the wraparound story is that it's Tim Roth's first day as a bellhop.
Oh, this does sound kind of familiar, actually.
Yeah, and he's having a terrible day.
Sure.
In the first room is a bunch of witches doing like a love spell. It's the one I like the least. It's also the one with Madonna.
Ah, okay.
And then there's another one that's kind of like a Sopranos type thing. And then there's one that's Robert Rodriguez directs, which is my favorite thing he's done.
Doesn't Tarantino do one of them as well?
He does the last one.
Right, because like each one's directed by a different director. It was part of the shtick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who directs the witches part?
I'm not sure.
All right, well, we can look that up some other time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Give it a watch. Tim Roth is amazing.
Sure.
And the new guys are trying to save it, and they're like, fuck, we bought a dud.
Yep.
So they end up selling...
Wait, Elon Musk bought Coralco?
6-year-old... Ew. I Googled how to spell... Was it Nouvelle Riche?
Nouveau Riche?
Yeah, earlier, and his picture popped up.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Delightful. Watch Perfect Blue. It's real good.
Yeah.
And Black Swan.
I like Black Swan.
I do too.
Yeah. Get a little tired of Aronofsky, but
we've talked
about this a little bit. Yeah.
We won't get into this here, but I don't think Disney had quite launched the VHS service at that point. Disney's a big reason why VHS became such a giant fucking thing. And I want to say that was around the time of The Little Mermaid, but I could be wrong.
That would have been before 95, though, right?
Like 92.
Yeah.
But the VHS release.
Fair. Yeah, it took a lot longer for them to come out at that point.
And Disney was known for doing a very limited VHS release initially.
Yeah, I mean, limited in the...
Right.
Yeah. We can talk about Disney in artificial scarcity until our faces turn fucking blue, but...
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
My brain
there.
started cycling because I forget what book I had read that was all about.
Was it Disney War?
Yeah, I think it was Disney War. Like Shakespearean war play. Fascinating bullshit. Everyone, all of our favorite shits run by idiots. That's
basically.
That's the summary of the entire book.
Yes.
So anyway,
Becca actually popped up in the chat and said, "Jack, remember the pun? Her name is so meaningful."
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really work with Naomi, does it?
Nope.
God damn it! Go to bed. So there's a whenever I read the name Joe Esterhaus, I'm like, that sounds really familiar.
Yep.
And it took me a while to remember, and I'm like, oh, it's a one-off line in Venture Brothers, as they do so often.
Venture Brothers.
Where I forget what the exact line is, but they're talking about Brock and Molotov cockteas.
Yeah.
And they're like, Jesus, who wrote this dialogue? Joe Esterhaus.
Joe Esterhaus.
Because it was probably sleazy and horny.
Yeah.
Anyway. Nate was listing Thanksgiving movies, Dutch or Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles would be considered a Thanksgiving movie. Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know that one either. But
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a good one.
It is a good one.
Again, would not pair well with the ice storm, but perhaps Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
I mean, I could see that.
Yeah, so, oh God, I just remembered that the way that Scott taught me what a tilde is. Because it's like a hotkey for, I think, something in Adobe Premiere.
I think the default binding in Premiere is it full screens your playback.
Oh, okay.
And the connection I made was Tilde as in Tilda Swinton. So anytime I was like, fuck, how do I make this the thing to do? And Scott was like, Tilda Swinton. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, see, I took Spanish in high school, so I knew what
That's a Spanish word?
Well, no, it's a Spanish thing. Well, I mean, it's a language thing because in Spanish, it pops up over an N, so you know that it's pronounced like as like N, like it's a nia instead of an N sound.
She's, the weird thing is, like, she's a fantastic actress, androgynous,
yeah,
timeless, even.
Dare we say immortal?
I think so. Also, makes you scream bigger.
I'm gonna flip the entire fucking table.
Sorry.
That's all right. Sorry. Yeah, I think we lost you for a second there.
I closed the wrong tab. See, Jack, a tab is a part of your web browser. Web browser is an application that you use to browse the web.
Is that the thing goes? And
that's your garbage disposal.
Okay. Which is actually just a pig underneath your sink.
Yes.
My God.
As we've learned. Oh, God. Snitch ass pig. Okay.
God, I love that movie.
All right. Are we ready to jump back in?
Yes.
And
What's the radio DJ in Fallout 3?
oh man,
I got that vibe.
I'm blanking on his
Something
name.
dog.
Was it Ludacris?
In the game? No.
No.
Yeah, I think it was Ludacris. Yes. Or was it Janet Jackson?
Who's to say?
Bethesda, you let us know.
Todd Howard, if you're listening, please email us at DeRazzledPodcast@gmail.com. Anyway, woo.
Except for we can't go to an ad break because we don't have any ads.
Whee. Oh yeah, Scott, we
Joe,
came to the
How many
shitty.
dang the times have we tried to make a dang the podcast?
Well, you won't have to hear that anymore.
Yeah, no, we came to the sad realization today that our anchor ad has come to an end. Yeah, when I was listening through the new episode, I realized right where I had placed the ad, there was nothing. So I went and looked, and it's ended. The campaign was ended.
No. What am I going to masturbate to now?
I can send you the file. Haha, I also just got room tone. What's up? Yeah, it's like why is it that the sons of directors are frequently named Brian? I'm thinking Brian Henson is also another one, but I don't know. Neither here or there.
I'm excited to see that because
while we're breaking here, I want to point out real quick we have one comment in the stream chat. Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots. That's a sentence. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on. Incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, /customize. Go to dogehype.com.
man, you didn't even try to hide it was a bot.
No.
Sir, robot, come on,
Sorry, Cuboid _5Y1. No, we will not be.
We are
going to dogehype.com.
entering the age of powerful AIs, and you have failed.
I'm so fucking burnt out on the AI shit.
I am too, but I've also used it.
Yeah, I know you've done some cool things with the Chat GP stuff. Like the clown conversation that you had was particularly riveting because it actually debated you.
Yeah,
like
I had a debate with an AI over whether clowns should be used in stories or not,
whether they're offensive,
and whether they're offensive or not. And we came.
I know they're perverts, but they're fine.
Right. We had like an actual debate and
Yeah,
came
it was
to a
weird.
conclusion that like we both understand that some people do not enjoy clowns.
Yeah, you convinced an AI to
So when the clownpocalypse occurs, I am sorry.
when they start emerging from the woods again en masse, it's Jack is to blame.
And when our AI protectors let it slide, I'm sorry.
I was reading on Twitter earlier today. Somebody was using ChatGPT, whatever the fuck the acronym.
ChatGPT,
yeah, using ChatGPT in online therapy with people without their knowledge.
Oh,
like they were using they had like a person monitoring what the chat would say, and then tweak it a little bit to like try it, to make sure what they're saying is applicable to the person or whatever.
Yeah.
And they did this with like 4,000 people or something. And
so this was a person acting as a therapist, but using the AI
well, I think they were working with an actual therapist.
Okay.
Potentially. I don't know that part of it.
Sure.
I mean, they had to have been working with people who were in mental health treatment. And they didn't get anybody's informed consent about this. Like, it just, and it's not like there was no like IRB, there was no like they're not like
What's an IRB?
That's like the review board that like makes sure like your experiment is like ethical and like viable and like permitted to go forward. But yeah, they just kind of like did this thing, and they're like, well, we're not trying to publish it or do anything or do this or that with it. We just wanted to see. Yeah, it's just like, no, but you're fucking with people's mental health with an AI. Like, that's really cold and even if unethical.
The AI was just like bananas good at it. Still, I feel like. So I'm mostly using it for editing and punctuation because I went to a public school, and my punctuation isn't always great.
Sure.
But I have toyed with it as far as what its narrative building abilities are, and yeah, it's fine. it's
not gonna supplant actual authors by any stretch of the imagination.
However, I have found that it is really good at style. So I'll type in like
interesting.
Yeah, I'll type out a paragraph and I'll say rewrite this in the style of like Gothic or noir or whatever, and it's not bad. Ethically, I've not used those. Because I don't want to say I wrote this. This me. I am author without help.
Beep boop.
Beep boop. Whereas I don't have that problem with punctuation because I feel like it would be more or less the same as Grammarly.
I mean, that's similar to Grammarly or any kind of spell check kind of thing. Like that's understandable.
Or I'll use it as like a thesaurus.
Sure.
But I think that in the near future, if you are using an AI for something, it needs to contain a disclaimer in the same way that it would say like, this is a sponsored ad, or like, this product was assisted with AI, blah, blah, blahs.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think it needs to be clear so that you can differentiate and you understand where credit's due and whatnot.
Because I saw some artist was kicked off of either TikTok or Instagram or some art, whatever, because their art looked very similar to an AI product, but it had not used any AI.
That's murky. Yeah. That's really fucked up. I think like the visual art side of it is where it's way more thorny than it is with because like the chatbot thing, like text is I think more malleable and like there's more applicability there without like directly stealing other people's work. Because like so many of those art AIs were just like trained on a bunch of people's actual posted art without their consent, and it's like just directly aping their style, and in some cases directly stealing pieces and warping them so that they're like less legible if there's like text involved in any of them.
So the Chat GPT just text. It was trained on text up through 2001. Okay. So like I asked it, like, what's the weather of this? And it's like, I don't know because I wasn't trained on anything beyond this date. I think September of 2021. Like it can't tell you the weather for tomorrow.
I mean, good. That'd be weird.
Yeah. Well, I asked, I was like, hey, is it going to snow tomorrow? And it's like,
no. You know better than I do, bud.
And I'm fine with that it was trained on text from this time period.
Sure.
I don't like that the art AIs were trained off of other people's art. If it was going to, I don't know. Because you're getting into copyright. If I were a lawyer who also worked with AI, I would say only train this AI on art that's in the public domain or pre-copyright.
Yeah.
At least initially until
you have people who are willing to consent to having their work trained or used for training on this.
And you do have current modern artists that they're like, I will not copyright my stuff. I don't want to copyright it.
Oh yeah, no, there are a bunch of people who are opposed to copywriting their stuff and want it to be as openly available and used for whatever purpose. Like
there's tons.
Yeah, there's a lot of open source,
all different kinds of art.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's also a lot of people who are like, hey, I worked really fucking hard on this, and I want this to be mine. Like, please don't.
Right.
Or ask at least. Like,
so for now, I am kind of land on pro AI, with that exception. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. I think it's Adobe has been using AI to clean up audio. Somebody did this thing where they took like an old song from like the aughts.
Okay.
And cleaned it with this AI, and it sounded as though like we'd recorded it today.
Interesting.
It was no crackle, super crisp, fresh. You kind of lose that style if that's the style you're going for. But if you wanted an audio clip, let's say it was an audio, like an interview, and you wanted to clean it up so you could use it for, educational purposes, the AI is getting there.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that brings me to the end of my TikTok, TED Talk, in which I say we need a mandated minimum income.
Yes.
Because eventually we will, maybe not in our lifetimes, if the planet makes it that long.
No,
we will reach a point where AI and technology is utilized for a lot of menial labor type jobs. And that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
If I were 14 again, I would not want the job where I'm cleaning up bullshit that somebody dropped on the floor. I don't want to do that now.
Yeah.
But if I had that time back to myself, I would experience life and make art. But we need as a people, I don't know how we ended up here. We need as a people to have income to feed ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And that should be, honestly, like as we get closer and closer to automating a lot of different jobs and processes, like that's just going to increase productivity further. We should be able to then to redistribute some of those resources so that people are able to just live their lives. Like otherwise, what the fuck are we doing?
When I worked at UPMC Shadyside, there was a robot. I think that it was an acronym that spelled out TUG because, of course, that's how we are.
Yeah.
And it had taken the job of a person who used to do that.
Yeah.
Job. It basically took dirty linen, whatever, transported it from one of the floors down to where it would be washed.
Yeah.
And that took like 4 people's jobs away.
4 people's? Holy shit.
It was a big hospital.
Yeah.
So that is not gonna not happen.
Yeah.
So,
money, please.
Money, please.
Whee.
Well, I look forward to hearing this in deleted scenes.
It'll be there.
Episode.
It'll be there. We need more for deleted scenes 3. So
you're welcome. It was a good talk.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with anything we normally talk about.
I know.
God, this reminded me. I saw a video the other day of this woman on TikTok who was rating actors Chinese or Mandarin.
Okay.
And if it was accurate or even understandable.
Okay.
And the one that scored the highest was Timothée Chalamet for a movie I don't even know what it was. But
all right.
They were like, I wanted him to talk more in Mandarin because it was gorgeous and actually did it. Yeah.
Fascinating. I had no idea.
It was Ethan Hawke in Moon Knight has a couple lines. And even I don't know a word in Chinese, but even I was like, that
felt rough.
That was bad.
that just felt rough, buddy.
Yes. So were you with us when we played Among Us with Scott?
I don't know if I was.
He is uncomfortably good at it.
Of course he is. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I thought I was going to be really good at it. Because I'm somewhat manipulative and an actor. I was the fucking worst. I was just like, got me. Whereas,
is it bad when someone watches you eviscerate someone?
I got yeeted out of that airlock so much, even when it wasn't me. I just could. I was the Benoit Blanc here. I can't do it. And Scott just had the most level, flat affect.
He's really good at that.
Really good at
That's
it.
The thing is he's a very calming presence and is able to just kind of level that off and not have any emotion in his voice. And he's just like, no, I was just over here doing this.
So
and it's that you just take it at face value.
Yeah. I'm like, I know you're lying, but I can't.
But
maybe you're not.
Maybe you're not, huh? What did I didn't see what I saw.
And we're playing with Mike, which is
Jesus
an agent
Christ.
of chaos.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, I'll plan the crime, but I can't carry it out.
Fair. I forgot we had the existential crisis to go into.
I thought we wouldn't have enough to talk about, but now we've kind of we've had a number of diatribes, and we talked about the menu for a long time.
We did talk about the menu for a long time, but it made a really fucking good impression.
Yeah, well, last night I was like, I don't think Joe's watched Pinocchio yet. I could watch that, so we have that covered. But I was like, I kind of want to watch the menu so we have something we can both talk about. Speaking of shit we could talk about, have you heard anything about how people are thirsting after Chef White on the new cover of Clue?
Yes, I have.
So good.
Oh my god.
I'm like, do I need a third copy of Clue? No. But
do I need the Mommy Sorry edition?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone's hot on the cover of that
Everyone
Clue.
is so hot.
Professor Plum, though?
I didn't even see him until just now.
Colonel Mustard, though?
Colonel Mustard, I'm like, okay, all right. Like, you expect Scarlet to be Foxy.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
And even Miss Peacock's not bad. Not my favorite, but not bad.
But Chef White.
But Chef White, the one I would least expect to be... Like, this... listen, Ryan... Mr. Johnson, I know you contractually have another Knives Out film.
At least one.
At least one more.
Yes. Give me as many as you possibly can.
And I, before this moment, would never have said, hey, let's remake Clue, because you don't need to.
You don't need to. That movie's fucking great.
But if you made an like a highly erotic... highly erotic comedy version of Clue...
I mean, the movie Clue kind of does go toward that a little bit.
It does.
It plays with that realm, but
I don't, and I'm not a huge fan of crossovers except for the entire Marvel universe.
Sure.
But
And anything with Muppets.
Blanc meets Clue.
He'd be so mad.
He would be very mad.
He'd be so upset.
Be very mad.
Which could be fun to play with.
Yes.
And oh god, it'd be. I can see it
with this cast, or these particular
with this
overly
take on the Clue characters. Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
He would eviscerate the original cast.
Oh, 100%. Are you kidding me?
Chef White, though, are those Argyle socks? Oh, they're checkered.
Mm.
She's got a punk background. Look at those fucking boots.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That haircut, are you kidding me?
Now, my question is...
Several young girls are going to have some very powerful awakenings looking at her.
Sorry, I'm stuck on Professor Plum's fucking coy-ass look.
I know!
He fucks.
That professor fucks. 100%.
So does Papa Mustard.
Oh, yeah. He's been some places and in some people.
Can we direct this? I kind of want to get like an original print and hang it in the hallway.
Outstanding.
Right across from my two creepy children.
Oh god.
I've made some decor choices.
Yes, you have. Oh god, those creepy kids.
That like hopefully I'll never be investigated because I don't know how I can explain some of this.
I found it in Goodwill. I'm sorry.
I mean you saw the Jesus I painted on the way in.
Yes, I did.
Well, now that I'm all flustered, but do you think her hair is naturally white or dyed white? I can't tell if she's just like aged really well.
I'd bet it's natural.
So do you think she's older but pulls it off, or she went gray white early?
I'm gonna guess that.
Yeah.
Either that or she has aged like a fine wine.
Yes. I don't know who the parent company of Hasbro is, but
I think Hasbro is
Hasbro
yeah,
the parent company.
yeah.
You know how to get a hold of us. At DeRazzled.
At DeRazzledPodcast@gmail.com, of course. We'll be waiting on your terms.
Oh, God. Maybe I still want to do Caligula, but can we do like a fan casting of of Clue, of this Clue? I mean, what's Monet's full name?
Janelle Monáe?
Janelle Monáe. That's clearly Janelle Monáe for Miss Scarlet.
I could see Janelle Monáe for that Miss Scarlet. I could also see Lupita Nyong'o for that Miss Scarlet.
I do have a terrible crush on Lupita Nyong'o,
Which is great.
but I don't know if she can. Has she played that kind of character before? The like overtly sexual.
I don't know.
I'm sure she could.
I'm sure she could. Yeah, that's the thing, is I could definitely see her doing it. I'm not sure if she has, though.
I'll go looking for it. I follow her on Instagram because, of course, I do.
Yes.
And she just looks like she has the most wonderful, adventurous life. I think she was like snowboarding the other day.
Outstanding.
Yeah. Do we need more? How do you always look warmer than I do? Am I dead?
I don't know.
You have less light. That shouldn't be how that works.
I slept well last night, so I'm vibrant.
Well, that's way worse.
Oh no, it's the strawberry milkshake frosted flakes that I had for breakfast this morning. That's
my yes and brain filtered through several responses, and I didn't like any of them. The first was, well, I just drank milk. And I'm like, that's lame. I'm like,
Yeah.
Come? Nope.
too far.
Too far. Where's the middle here?
Oh, fucking hell.
You commercialed me to death. The horror.
We need a better system for this.
Oh, wait. I'll accept my punishment.
Hold on. I was going to end up cutting it and putting
Right.
actual horse sounds into the
Please
audio,
do.
so just...
I do want to reassess, because we came down pretty hard on Reed.
We did. Yeah, no, I will stand by that.
Oh my god, especially the cartoon. He is the douchiest. Like, they picked I am the Reed and I am a hero, and this is how I talk. Would you like to buy my samples? Like, what are you selling me? You belong in a Fallout game. It's really bad. What was I just talking about? 5 minutes ago. Rocks.
Rocks.
Well,
Yeah.
before the rocks.
Alicia Masters.
Oh, right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They've. I was telling Belinda the other day about how they theorized that Edgar Allan Poe didn't die a drunk in the alley. I mean, he did. He did die drunk in an alley.
Well,
alone.
there are theories
But-
that he was coerced to be
Yes.
that drunk in an alley, that he was like captured as part of like a vote rigging scheme or something.
I forget the name for it, but yes.
Mhm.
They would like grab a drunk from a bar or wherever,
Mhm.
take them into a voting place, have them vote, give them more drinks, take them to the next voting place, and just
Keep doing it.
keep
Yeah.
doing it until the person literally can't stand up anymore, and they just like chuck them in an
Yeah,
alley.
just drop him somewhere.
Yeah.
Though there are people that theorize that Edgar Allan Poe was not actually a drunk, that he was allergic to alcohol. I don't know how true that is, but there are various other. There's a lot of shit surrounding all of that.
I'm sure there's a Edgar Allan Poe podcast out there that
There's gotta be, yeah.
has their shit down.
I'm sad that I haven't listened to it if it is out there, but
We should have them on.
We should look into
This
that, and also have them on.
Imaginary.
Yeah.
There is an Edgar Allan Poe movie with John Cusack that
That's
I'm
very true.
not sure if it's good or not, but I'm going to go probably not.
Probably not, but I'll watch it.
I'll watch it.
Yep. Anyway.
Also, that episode of The Venture Brothers with Edgar Allan Poe.
Always wanted to put him in a headlock. Look at that thing. Anyway.
Do I need a Laszlo Funko Pop?
Yes.
Yep, baby. They put all their energy into the, What are you even? Somebody's 1920s jalopy just drove by.
Yeah, that was... We just got taken back in time on that one. That was fucking weird. Costume design. Babylon for Mary Zofries. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Ruth Carter. Elvis, Catherine Martin. Everything Everywhere All at Once, Shirley Kurata. And Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, which is just fun to say.
Yeah.
Jenny Bevan?
Oh, that poster's delightful.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris has a real good...
Very 60s,
poster.
70s
I
throwback.
I see that now.
Yeah.
That's just fun.
Whoever did the poster, good job, because I'm like, actually, now I kind of want to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Documentary feature film. I know nothing about any of these.
Yeah, I always feel bad when we get to these categories, because I'm like,
Yeah, so All That Breathes, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love, A House Made of Splinters, and Navalny, which that last one I at least know the subject matter because it's about that guy who's like super fucking critical of Vladimir Putin and got poisoned in prison or something.
Okay,
I think he's still alive. I think. Documentary short film, The Elephant Whisperers, Haul Out, which is an interesting name. How Do You Measure a Year? By a Calendar. The Martha Mitchell Effect, and Stranger at the Gate. I know nothing of any of these. Surprisingly made in Argentina. Close, made in Belgium. I know nothing about this film. EO, made in Poland. I know nothing about this film.
It's about a donkey.
Jesus.
No, it's actually about a donkey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. EO.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, here's the...
Oh. I actually really like that cover. That poster. I might watch EO. And The Quiet Girl, made in Ireland. I know nothing about this film.
I wonder if that's a play on The Quiet Man.
Maybe.
Which is a American-made movie about an Irish man.
Sure. So it's an Irish-made movie about an American girl.
Who's also quiet.
Who's also quiet. Yeah. That seems good. Makeup and hairstyling. All Quiet on the Western Front. The Batman. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Elvis. And The Whale. Can we not nominate fat suits? Just like even without this, can we not nominate fat suits? And also, please stop. Just no.
Is this the only thing the Batman got nominated for? Oh, it got visual effects. Okay, we'll get to it.
Yeah. Production design. All Quiet on the Western Front. Avatar: The Way of Water. Babylon. Elvis and the Fabelmans. Short film, animated. I'm just really happy I get to read this one particular title. And in fact, I'm going to save it for last, even though it's not listed last. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. The Flying Sailor. Ice Merchants. An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I think I believe it. Which that's very good. That's a good title. But the best one is clearly My Year of Dicks.
God damn it. It looks cool.
I've actually heard good things about that short, like prior to it being nominated for things. So I'm thrilled to see that it's getting some recognition there. Short film live action. We have An Irish Goodbye, Ivalu. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right or what that film is. Les Pupilles, Night Ride, and The Red Suitcase. I know nothing of any of these films.
How many more categories do we get?
Like 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Visual effects. All Quiet on the Western Front. Avatar: The Way of Water. The Batman. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. And Top Gun: Maverick. I almost copy and pasted the entire last category, basically. There's just no Elvis in sound.
You know, the problem with talking about phenomenology is, one, I've been saying the one dude's name wrong for years.
Which one?
I've been saying Herschel, but it's like Husserl.
How do you spell it?
Like Herschel. Or maybe like Hustler. It's Husserl.
Husserl.
Yeah. Herschel.
I could.
I mean, he's not the problematic one. I mean, his name is difficult to say, but the one that's problematic that kind of took up where that guy left off is Heidegger.
Oh, sure.
'Cause, he kind of was a bit of a rebel in 1930s Germany. And he was like, this Adolf guy has some good points. He did later say, I made a mistake. But
Guys, I'm imagining an Arrested Development-esque moment where a camera just finds Heidegger somewhere in the midst of like early 1940s Germany, just going, "I've made a huge mistake." Can we get Will Arnett to do that?
I'm sure.
I think he'd probably do it.
I'm taking this out of context, but Heidegger did say one time that the best way to feel connected to humanity and yourself is to walk through a graveyard.
Yeah, there's something to
Which,
that.
like, been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely had those moments, especially at IUP. I walked through that graveyard a lot.
They have a number of great graveyards, actually.
Yeah.
Which, are you talking about the one that was across from the grocery store?
Yeah, across from Giant or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what
Martin's
Martin's now, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it's technically supposed to be Giant, but because Giant Eagle is on this side of the state, they changed it to Martin's.
Right.
It's kind of a Hardee's Carl's Jr. situation.
Right. But great graveyard there.
It's a real good graveyard. Yeah.
And then there's another one on like the other side of town that's very, very, very old.
Yes, I've seen that
Just,
one.
like,
Yeah,
crumbling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
I miss walking among dead people.
I haven't walked around Allegheny Cemetery in quite a while. I need to do that soon.
Is that the one in Lawrenceville?
Yeah, the one right by Children's.
I used to live 3 seconds from there. I used to hang out with dead people all the fucking time.
One of the first times that we recorded for this, I walked to your house through that cemetery.
It's delightful.
It was hot as fuck, and I think we talked about superhero genitalia or something.
That sounds like us. Don't miss the goose shit, though.
Oh God, there's just so much of it.
Just oodles of poop.
Yep.
Burning Man did this to me.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I liked clowns before, but then I liked
clowns. Oh boy. I want to point out while we're on break real quick, we got a couple of
actual messages or Nate Moser and Myra Bryan joined on the
oh nice
Instagram. I'm not sure if they're still here or not, but
If you're still there, hi.
I hope we can still be friends after my clown.
Nate knows
confessment.
you.
Yeah. It's Nate. We'll talk. I'll send you some pics.
Oh no. No, we got one that says, "Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on. Incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on /off /customize. Go to dogehype.com. It's another fucking Dogehype bot. At 2 consecutive fucking episodes, I think we've gotten that particular one. And then somebody else from the looks like from the Dirty Heels podcast just popped in to say via Ko-Fi, or I guess Ko-Fi. I always forget how to pronounce that particular like crowdfunding platform, but we live, baby.
I'm happy for you.
Dirty Heels are live, baby.
At the coffees,
at Coffee, Ko-Fi, whatever the hell it's called. See, in my mind, it's co-finance because they're asking you to they're essentially asking you to buy them a cup of coffee, so you're donating money to them. You're giving them money. It's crowdfunding, but also the shtick is, hey, buy me a cup of coffee. So it's coffee, so I don't know.
It's a play on. I hate it. It's
punny.
Unless they offer sponsorship, I hate it. My fix shouldn't take long. It's more of an elevator pitch anyway.
I figured that would probably be the case.
I kind of had the wind taken out of my sails when I couldn't do McDonald Land. I really wanted to do like a Muppets movie version of McDonald's.
That would have been so fun, right? Like,
I mean, it kind of surprises me that the McDonald's company hasn't tried to make them into like a franchise.
Honestly, I mean,
well, I guess like movie franchise.
Sure, but like you'd have to think like they went to the trouble of redesigning a bunch of them and like cutting out a bunch of the obvious copyright infringement. Like, why not go for it? Like, it's not like they're lacking for the funds or resources to do so.
McDonald's, if you would like to hire on a consultant,
Ramming Speed Pictures is available.
I will not.
We'll shamelessly take your money. And then make like 4 knife breakers with it.
We're going to use that sweet McDonald's money to make stupid movies.
Yes.
Wonderful. I need to brush my teeth. I was just thinking about how I haven't eaten meat in like 2 weeks because of a mixture of the Essex episodes on last podcast about whaling and cannibalism.
Yep.
And then reading Tenders of Flesh, which is all about cannibalism.
Yep. You made some choices there.
I made some choices, and now I just eat tofu. Should have spread that bubonic plague all across the countryside.
No.
Can't wait to watch Watership Down.
Words I've never heard uttered.
Sure, that'll really help my mood.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, man.